The room went silent the second he spoke. Crystal glasses stopped mid-air. Smiles froze. Even the string quartet seemed to miss a note. "She's with me," he said calmly. Not loud. Not angry. Just steady. And in that moment, a single father stood between the woman he loved and a billionaire heiress who had never been told no in her life. Before we go any further, if you love emotional stories about courage, loyalty, and unexpected love, tap like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Stories like this change how you see people, and yourself. Ethan Cole had never planned to be in a room like this. The gala glittered with power and money, men in tailored suits, women wrapped in diamonds worth more than his entire life savings. He was only here because of Lily, his daughter. 6-year-old Lily, with her crooked smile and brave heart, who had been invited after winning a citywide art contest sponsored by the Hawthorne Foundation. Ethan wore his only suit. Slightly tight at the shoulders. Clean, but clearly not designer. His whole focus was Lily's small hand in his, and the woman standing beside them, Maya. Maya wasn't rich. She wasn't famous. She was a school counselor who stayed late with kids no one else believed in. She laughed softly, listened deeply, and loved Lily like she was her own. For Ethan, after losing his wife years earlier, Maya felt like light slowly returning to a dark room. Across the hall stood Vanessa Hawthorne, the billionaire heiress. Beautiful, confident, untouchable. She noticed Ethan the moment he walked in. A single dad, humble, different from the men who usually bowed to her world. She approached him with practiced charm, offering smiles, favors, connections. When Ethan politely declined, choosing to stay with Maya and Lily, something in Vanessa shifted. Later, as speeches ended and eyes watched, Vanessa crossed the floor again, this time not hiding her intent. Her words were smooth but sharp. She questioned Maya's place there. Suggested Ethan could do better. Implied opportunities that only she could open. The air grew uncomfortable. Maya's smile faded. Lily squeezed Ethan's hand, sensing tension she couldn't name. That's when Ethan spoke. "She's with me." Not an apology. Not an explanation. A boundary. Whispers rippled through the crowd. Some shocked. Some amused. Some offended. Vanessa's expression hardened. She laughed lightly, but it didn't reach her eyes. She reminded him, very clearly, who she was. What power looked like. What doors could close. Ethan looked down at Lily. At Maya. At the life he'd built from scraped knees, unpaid bills, and bedtime promises. "I already have everything I need," he said quietly. Vanessa turned away, humiliated. The music resumed. Conversations restarted. But something had changed. People looked at Ethan differently, not as the poor outsider, but as a man who knew his worth. The next weeks weren't easy. Ethan faced consequences. A promotion he'd been promised vanished. Sponsors pulled back from the art program Lily loved. Maya doubted herself, wondering if loving him had cost too much. But they didn't break. Instead, the story spread. Someone had recorded the moment. The clip went viral. People didn't see a billionaire embarrassed, they saw a father protecting his family. Donations poured in. Independent sponsors stepped up. The art program grew bigger than before. Months later, Ethan stood in a small community center, watching Lily paint a mural with other kids who finally had a chance. Maya stood beside him, her hand in his. He hadn't defied power for pride. He had done it for love. And that's the lesson. True strength isn't loud. It doesn't wear crowns or carry checks. Sometimes it's just a calm voice saying, "She's with me," when the whole world expects you to step aside. If this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you of your own worth, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Because stories like this aren't just stories. They're reminders that courage still matters.